You can get the cards you need for today's Budget Magic deck and support the show from this episode's sponsor, Card Kingdom. Just follow the link in the description box down below. Hello everyone, it's Seth, probably better known as Saffron Olive, and it's time for another edition of Budget Magic. So, a while ago, we played this sweet mono-blank vampire deck in Modern. However, a lot has changed since then. We got some really sweet, really powerful new vampires in Ixalan block. So today, we are taking Modern vampires out for another spin, but with a big twist. We are playing Mardu vampires, and this is a lot different than the last deck we played. The last deck we played was basically like mono-black aggro vampires. This is 3-color Vampire Lord tribal. We have a ton of Vampire Lords. In fact, 4 different ones, 4 copies of each. 16 of our creatures are Lords, more than half of our creatures. So we're hoping to just pile up the Vampire Lords, kill our opponent really quick, and also test out some of the new Ixalan vampires and see if they are good enough to work in the format. So a quick reminder before we break down Mardu vampires for Modern. If you enjoy this deck and you enjoy Budget Magic in general, it would be amazing of you if you could take a second, click that subscribe button down at the bottom of your screen. It's a great way to support the channel and the site for free. So let's talk Mardu vampires, starting with our most powerful lord. And good God, Vampire Nocturnus is just such a good magic card. 4 mana, you get a 3/3. You're probably thinking, wait a minute, that sounds like a hill giant, but it does so much more when things go right. So if the top card of our library is a black card, and we play with our library the top card revealed so we can know if it's a black card or not only does it give all of our vampires, including itself, +2/+1, so it'll be a 5/4, it also gives them all flying. So this is the card that comes down on the top end of our curve. Hopefully we got a black card on the top of our deck. We only have Lightning Bolt in our main deck out of our non-land cards that isn't a black card, so better than 50-50 that we'll have a black card on top of our deck. And then Vampire Nocturnus is sort of like this weird vampire overrun. All of a sudden, all of our vampires have evasion, they are huge, and we just swing in and kill our opponent really quickly. Our next lord is Captivating Vampire, and Captivating Vampire is usually just a 3-mana lord, giving all of our other vampires +1/+1. However, every once in a while, it just wins the game on its own, because we can tap 5 other vampires to gain control of one of our opponent's creatures. So every once in a while, the board gets gummed up, the game goes really long, our opponent doesn't have a removal spell, and then we just start stealing our opponent's stuff, and it closes out the game really quickly. So those games don't happen all that often. Most of the time, it's just a 3-mana lord, but every once in a while, it is insanely powerful. The rest of our lords, we have Strong Curb Captain as another 3-mana lord, and this is one of the big reasons to go into red. Strong Curb Captain is actually really good. It gives all of our vampires +1/+1, also gives them first strike, which means really hard for our opponent to block our stuff effectively. Also, we can play really good defense. Multiple blocks on the same creature with first strike makes it really hard for our opponent to really attack into us. And then Legion's Lieutenant is our first big new addition from Rivals of Ixalan. And one of the things about Modern tribal decks is almost all the good ones, what they have in common is they have a 2-mana lord, at least one 2-mana lord. And Legion Lieutenant finally gives vampires that 2-mana lord, which lets us do some really sweet curves where we start off with just whatever random 1-drop, follow up with Legion's Lieutenant, lord number 1, follow up with either Captivating Vampire or Strong Curb Captain, lord number 2. At this point, our 1-drop's probably hitting for 4, and then Nocturnus comes down. Hopefully you get a black card on top. All of our creatures just get so huge and evasive, and we close out the game right away. Our other big new addition comes in the 2-drop slot in Dusk Legion Zealot. So Dusk Legion Zealot doesn't look like much. It's basically the vampire version of Elvish Visionary, but Elvish Visionary is a staple of elf tribal decks because the fact that we get a on-tribe body on the battlefield for a relatively cheap price, and that body doesn't cost us a card because we draw a card when it enters the battlefield, just gives us a ton of long game potential. Like, in our deck, we have so many lords, all we really want is vampires on the battlefield to take advantage of those lords. So sometimes we just Dusk Legion Zealot, draw another Dusk Legion Zealot, or draw another random Vampire, and it allows us to just get a ton of power and toughness on the board. Plus, Dusk Legion Zealot is going to end up being a 3-3 or a 4-4 or a 5-4, thanks to all of our lords in the late game anyway. Gifted Aetherborn, just a 2 of, but it's actually pretty sweet in our deck because the combination of Death Touch and Lifelink helps us kind of race against decks like Burn and other aggro decks. Plus, it's our best way to take down big creatures. If our opponent has a massive Death Shadow or Reality Smasher, Gifted Aetherborn can trade up with it. Otherwise, in the 1-drop slot, our 1-drops are kind of meh. Vampire Lacerator is basically our Goblin Guide. The drawback of losing life, it is a bit annoying, but sooner or later, hopefully sooner, our aggressive starts will get our opponent down below 10, and then that downside goes away, and we just have a 2-2 for 1. Vampire Cutthroat, sometimes Skulk is relevant, I don't know. It's just a filler 1-drop. Same with Indulgent Aristocrat. The ability is nice sometimes in very rare situations, but most of the time it's just a 1-1 lifelink for 1. The big deal is, though, we really want to start our curve at 1 mana. Like, what our deck wants to do is play a 1-drop, play a Lord on 2, play a Lord on 3, play a Nocturnus on 4, win the game with this huge pile of vampire damage. For removal, pretty straightforward. We got 4 lightning bolts, takes down creatures in the early game. In the late game, we can throw it at our opponent's face. The one non-black, non-land card in our main deck, but I think it's good enough that it's worth the cost of making our Vampire Nocturnuses just a little bit weaker because it's just so strong as a removal spell and a burn spell. And then Terminate kills anything for 2 mana. We got the mana to cast it. Just the best Doom Blade in the format if your deck can cast it consistently. As far as the mana base, it's kind of clunky, budget friendly, but we make do. We have some Pain lands, we have some of the Buddy lands or the check lands for Boding Ruins, then we have a couple of creature lands, Shambling Vat Lava Claw Reaches, followed up by Swamp and Plains as our basic lands. Don't really need a mountain. If we get Blood Moon, all of our stuff's going to be mountains anyway, so no big deal. In the sideboard, Duress helps us fight against combo in control decks, Tormod Script for graveyards, Pyroclasm is kind of our sweeper. Hopefully with our lords, our vampires will dodge the damage and not die from it, but it will wipe out all of our opponent's Lingering Souls tokens, for example, or affinity creatures. Disenchant to blow up artifacts and enchantments, Doomblade, Oblivion Ring, Blessed Alliance, just ways to customize our removal. And that is Mardu Vampires for Modern, and that's our budget magic deck for this week. So I'm super excited for this deck. It looks like a pretty powerful tribal deck. I'm a little nervous about the mana. The mana certainly looks clunky. I tend to shy away from 3-color budget decks just because the mana is so rough, but hopefully the mana is functional, and the deck itself looks pretty powerful. The curve is good. We have an epic number of lords, like a merfolk number of lords. Legion's Lieutenant and Dusk Legion Zealot seem like they should give the deck a huge boost of power, so it'll be interesting to see how it works out in practice. Anyway, I'm going to stop rambling. Let's get to the gameplay video so you can see how it works. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoy the gameplay, and I will talk to you soon. Alright, budget magic time. Playing some Mardu Vampires in Modern, and we'll try this. No white mana yet, but I think that's fine. Let's Foreboding Ruins, reveal the swamp, pass the turn. I mean, we got Dusk Legion Zealot to draw a card. Hopefully we hit white mana eventually, and we got some removal. Opponent, Darksteel Citadel, Ornithopter, Mox Opal. Okay. I was thinking about bolting the Ornithopter in response, but it's probably better to just bolt the 2-drop. Yep, bolt the Ravager. If our opponent wants to sack everything, then sure. Alright, opponent just lets it go. Counter on the Ornithopter. Yup. Well, we survived Ravager 1. Opponent passes. We'll play the Swamp and Dusk Legion Zealot. Alright, there's white mana. A bit slow, but that does mean we're going to get to Nocturnus on time. Another Ornithopter. Another Darksteel Citadel. And Master of Ethereum. Yup. Alright, so we're taking 2, killing Master of Ethereum, and then hoping that this Nocturnus just wins us the game. Opponent gets in. Down to 17. Opponent passes. Well, kill Master of Ethereum. Play Shambling Vent. And pass the turn. Actually, now we might change things up. Depending on what our opponent does. It might be better to just Legion Lieutenant plus Dusk Legion Zealot next turn, and then try to Nocturnus the following turn. Alright, Edge Champion. Last card, Vault Scourge. Okay, opponent's out of cards. This actually means we're probably going to have to Vampire Nocturnus to give our stuff flying so we can actually block, and hope our opponent doesn't draw a Galvanic Blast, and hope we got a black card on top. Opponent gets in with Ornithopter. Down to 16. We'll play Foreboding Ruins, reveal the swamp. Yeah, we're just going to run out this Nocturnus. Black card on top. That's good. Now our opponent can't really attack much. I think we actually get in with this Dusk Legion Zealot. If our opponent top decks Galvanic Blast, everything kind of falls apart. Ravager is less than ideal here. Fires up the Blink Moth. Well, I think we just got to take our beats for now, unfortunately. Hits us, hits us, hits us. Do we block? Well, maybe our opponent's not going to make us block. All right, just gets in with Etch Champion. That's fine. Ravager was a very good draw, though. Although Terminate helps. It means we're not just going to lose immediately. Opponent passes. We'll play Legion Lieutenant. Play the Swamp. And I think we just go attacking. I think it's a race. Opponent blocks. Unfortunately, our opponent has a million little flyers, which is annoying. Yep. Sacks, counter on Ravager. Opponent drops to 11. Yeah, let's pass the turn. Ugh. They have 3 flyers still. Steel Overseer. More sack fodder for the Ravager. Opponent. Attacks. 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 Well, we're going to block the Ravager. Opponent sacks. Opponent sacks. Okay. Activates. Sacks. I think we just let this go. So if we kill it, our opponent gets to put all those counters on the Vault Scourge. So we're just going to let that go. Drop to 10. Opponent passes. Is this lethal? 7 and 5 is 12? I think. I think that just does it. Whoo! Gotcha! We gotcha! And our opponent scoops it up. Nocturnus is such an insane Magic card. It really is. Bring in the 2 Pyroclasms. Bring in the Disenchant. Bring in, I think, the Oblivion Rings. Go down. Cutthroats are pretty blockable. Go down. Couple of Lacerators. Let's go down. Yeah, I guess we cut a bunch of 1-drops. Let's try it like that. Whew. Well, we only got to get lucky once. Okay. We have lots of lands that are coming into play tapped, but we do have our Pyroclasm and a Terminate. Drawing a basic land would be helpful. Ornithopter, Welding Jar, Glimmer Void, and Vault Scourge. Well, come on, untap land. You can do it, deck. Well, Foreboding Ruins tapped, pass the turn. Oh, we really need an untap land. The problem is if they have something that can pump their team, it can get out of Pyroclasm range. We really want to be able to cast this Pyroclasm this turn. Springleaf and Thoughtseize. All right, well, there goes Pyroclasm. Gonna have to do it the old-fashioned way. Yep, takes Pyroclasm. Opponent gets in for 1, gains 1. Still would be happy to draw an untap land here. Down to 19. Well, play Shambling Vent, pass the turn. So many tap lands. Well, we'll see. See what the follow-up is. This Welding Jar is annoying. It lets them play one of their powerful 2-drops and protect it from the first Terminate. Well, opponent's just Thoughtseize Central. Takes a Terminate. Thankfully, their clock is not great. Gets in with Vault Scourge. Down to 18. Opponent passes. That's Nocturnus. Well, that's Dusk Legion Zealot. Draw a card. Disenchant's not bad. Play Foreboding Ruins. Pass the turn. So if we draw an untap land, we can, like, disenchant Welding Jar and kill the Vault Scourge or something. Mox Opal. Alright. Opponent's got more manas. There's the Ravager. Opponent getting in with the Vault Scourge. Yep. Well, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Down to 16. Opponent passes. Let's play Gifted Aetherborn. Play Dragon Skull Summit. Just keep playing the tap lands. Pass the turn. Oh boy. More Ravagers. Yup. Well, opponent gets in with Vault Scourge. Yup. Down to 15. Opponent passes. Lightning Bolt. Well, let's get in with Gifted Aetherborn. Actually, no. Let's just pass. I think we gotta pass and play our removal this turn. Another Vault Scourge. Okay. Opponent gets in with Vault Scourge. Sure. Well, we'll take 1. Down to 19. So let's disenchant Ravager. Opponent sacks Welding Jar. So terminate Ravager. There's a Spell Pierce. Alright, so Ravager lives. That means our opponent's out of cards, though. We draw a tap land. Well, come on, top of our deck, please. Nocturnus. Play Isolated Chapel, pass the turn. That's not exactly what we were hoping for. No black card, no black card. Alright, opponent draws a land. They can't kill us this turn. I guess they're going to go for the big attack. Well, we're going to block with Gifted Aetherborn. Sacks. Sacks. I mean, it dies anyway because of Death Touch and Lifelink. Or Death Touch. Lifelink's just a bonus. Opponent lets it go. So we take one. Opponent gets to move the counters around. Gonna put it on the Vault Scourge. Yep. Well, we really need a black card on top. That's where we're at. Opponent passes. Pyroclasm. Well, play Caves. Oh, our sideboard. Our sideboard's coming back to bite us. Play Legion Lieutenant. Pass the turn. Oh, dear. Inkmoth. Opponent. Goes attacking. Yeah, we take it. Can't do anything about it. Down to 8. Opponent's up to 26. Black card. Alright, that's a black card. So now we Pyroclasm. Opponent sacks. Activates Inkmoth. Is there a chance we win this? Opponent sacks. Do we Lightning Bolt this Ravager? I think we do. Opponent sacks. Okay, and sacks. Well, I mean, it is what it is. We have to beat 2 big Vault Scourges. Thankfully, Nocturnus is giving all of our stuff flying. It's also out of Galvanic Blast range. Also, our opponent doesn't even have artifacts for Blast. Also, they sacked all their mana down to just 1 land, which means future Terminates and whatnot, Oblivion Rings, are going to be great. We might actually be beating Affinity here. And they had a decent draw. They had a lot of disruption. They had multiple Ravagers. Wow. All right. This Dusk Legion Zealot's actually really good because it means if we have a black card on top, we can leave it and hold this Dusk Legion Zealot. If we don't have a black card on top, then we can use Dusk Legion Zealot to draw a card and try to get a black card on top. So what is the end result of this? A 4/4 and a 3/3 Vault Scourge, and our opponent basically having spent their entire hand? Yep. 4/4 and 4/4, okay. Alright, well, that's where we're at. Pass the turn, pass the turn. See what happens. I mean, we would snap trade with any of these Vault Scourges if they attack. In an instant. Opponent. Passing. Alright, come on, black cards. Lightning Bolt. That's not a black card. So play Dusk Legion Zealot. Opponent top deck Galvanic Blast? That's not good. If we don't have a black card on top, we lose. Lava Claw reaches. Yeah, this means we lose if they drew Galvanic Blast. Wow. Our deck betrayed us. It betrayed us. Get in with Shambling Vent. Oh, man. Oh, not like this. Opponent top decked the perfect card, too. We had it covered by going up to 9, where at least we'd have one more turn to draw, to get a black card on top. But if our opponent top deck Galvanic Blast, none of that matters. Up to 9. Opponent. Wow, no attacks. All right, black card on top, black card on top. All right, it's a black card. Oh, it's a great black card. Play Lava Claw reaches. Pass the turn. That is the perfect black card because it actually lets us steal these Vault Scourges, which means even if we whiff on another black card, okay, all right, pass the turn. As long as our opponent can't kill our stuff, Captivating Vampire steals a Vault Scourge. There's a Memnite, sure. That is a third artifact for a Galvanic Blast if they have it. Opponent passes. Come on, black card. Black card. Well, play Captivating Vampire. No blast, no blast. Opponent scoops it up! We got there! We got there, Captivating Vampire! Taking down Affinity! Oh, wow. Wow, 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 wow. Sweet. Alright, budget magic time. Playing some... Oh, man. This hand. Mardu Vampires in Modern, and we're gonna try this. We're gonna try it. It's a little sketchy. We need a land. We are on the draw, And if we get one land, it gets us to Dusk Legion Zealots, which should be more lands. It's a land. All right, Dragon Skull Summit, go. We're going to take the slightly slower route of making sure we play our tap lands. Opponent. Blood Crypt. Untap down to 18. And cracks. Well, we got a plan. Play Dusk Legion Zealots. Play Lords. Win the game. Ugh. Interesting. What is going on with our opponent's deck? Tapping, untapping. Alright, passing. Oh, play Caves of Koilos. Play Lacerator. Play Lacerator. Pass the turn. Opponent. Still not sure. Wow. Okay. Manamorphose. And Lightning Bolt. I guess they're trying to get cards in their graveyard, by the looks. Polluted Delta. Cracks it. Watery Grave. Untap down to 12. Young Pyromancer. Opponent passing. Yep. Well, we take a damage. What do we do? I guess we bolt Young Pyromancer. This does mean we're not Dusk Legion Zealoting. The greedier line would have been to play this and hope to hit a land, but I feel like we just have to get Pyromancer off the table. So many blockers. Get in with Lacerator. Hit our opponent, making it easier for them to Death Shadow. Play Aristocrat, and pass the turn. Afraid of Temur Battle Rage. I feel like we can chump Death Shadow for a while, but Temur Battle Rage trampling over, that's pretty scary. Thoughtseize. Opponent's got options. Nocturnus is our easiest way of potentially stealing the game. Takes a Dusk Legion Zealot. There's the Death Shadow. Opponent passing. Well, not losing life anymore. Play Dusk Legion Zealot. Draw a card. Land, please. Alright, Shambling Vent, go. And yeah, we'll pass. We're actually not super far away from stealing a Death Shadow. That would be sweet. We're also not super far away from winning with Nocturnus. Opponent, getting in. Alright, we'll take it. Down to 11. What do you got, opponent? Opponent passes. We take 0. Dragon Skull Summit tapped. Snapcaster is a blowout. Let's just pass. Play Legion Lieutenant. Play Dragon Skull Summit, pass the turn. Coligan's Command gets back Young Pyromancer. Well, let's see. We're going to take the beats. Hope we keep living. And see if we can just steal this game with Nocturnus. Yep. Can you kill us? Nope. Down to 6. There's Young Pyromancer. And opt. Alright. Black card on top, we win. Not black card on top. Questionable. Questionable. Opponent passes. Come on. Come on, black card for Nocturnus. Caves of Koilos. Come on, deck. Come on, deck. Come on, deck. Show us that black card. Black card. Alright. Think we got there. Whoo! Alright. Go attacking. And that should do it. Opponent scoops it up. Taking down Death Shadow. Nocturnus is a good way of stealing games of Magic. That is for sure. Do we want to change anything against Death Shadow? I mean, we have a lot of good creatures. Opponent has lots of removal. Gifted Aetherborn's good. Our Lords are good. Maybe we go down like Cutthroat for Pyroclasm. Well, Pyroclasm deals with Young Pyromancer tokens. Doesn't necessarily deal with Death Shadow. Blessed Alliance, good against Death Shadow. Not so much against Young Pyromancer. Oblivion Ring, kind of a bad catch-all. I think we want Blessed Alliance. The fact that we can make our opponent gain life is pretty sweet. Let's go down both Cutthroats. Try it like that. Our opponent makes themselves lose so much life that Lacerator's kind of a free roll-ish. Well, we got Lords. We got Lords. And we'll try it. I mean, our opponent can strip apart our hand with discard, but I think it's good enough. We'll keep it. Bloodstained Mire, opponent cracks. And Thoughtseize. Gotta lose that life. Well, they have plenty of options. Yeah, it takes our 2-drop. That makes some amount of sense. There's Nocturnus. Pass the turn. I mean, Nocturnus stole the game last time. Maybe we can just do that again. Polluted Delta. Opponent cracks. They do know about the lightning bolt, so probably not super likely that they just play into it. Blood Crypt, untap down to 12. And looks like they're setting up a Tassiger, Gurmag Angler. Manamorphose. Wow, nothing? Come on, 2-drop. Come on, 2-drop. You can do it, deck. Alright, that works. Lacerator. Not a 2-drop, but it is a thing we can play. Maybe we should have shocked ourselves, or pain-landed ourselves to leave up Lightning Bolt. Possible. Watery Grave. Tapped. Opponent passing. Well, we take 1. Play Caves. Play Stromkirk Captain. Go attacking. Opponent's got to have a ton of removal. Alright, Fatal Push. Takes down Lacerator. Yep. Opponent passing. Well, let's play Stromkirk Captain. And Kolaghan's Command. What do we discard? What do we discard? I think we discard Nocturnus, actually. Pass the turn. These Lightning Bolts, I feel like, are going to be important. Or at least have potential to be important. Opponent opts. Because our opponent, they put themselves so low on life that Lightning Bolt seems like a possible way to steal a game. Alright, Lightning Bolt. Opponent's killing all of our stuff, that's for sure. I'll play Legion Lieutenant. Pass the turn. So much removal. Opponent. Passing. Well, let's get in with Legion Lieutenant. Hit our opponent down to 10. And I think we're going to play our Captivating Vampire. I think it's better post-combat here because we don't want to get blown out by a removal spell when we're attacking. Like, we give up a point of damage, but we protect ourselves from getting really wrecked by Snapcaster. Like, Snapcaster, Bolt, Captivating Vampire, block Legion Lieutenant. So bad. Alright, opponent's got Thoughtseize. Probably going to take a Bolt. Yep, 1 Bolt down. Opponent down to 8. I think we just attack. This incentivizes the double block. Alright, opponent just jumps. So, Bolt Pyromancer. Play Dusk Legion Zealot. Draw a card. Whew. Ooh, Nocturnus. We need a land for it, but we're pretty close. Scalding Tarn. Death Shadow. Opponent passing. We'll play Foreboding Ruins. Tapped. Attacking is so risky. It's so risky. Let's just pass. There's a Fatal Push. Yeah, we would have got super blown out if we attacked. Opponent. No attacks. Well, let's Nocturnus. Black card on top. Oh boy. You got more removal? Manamorphose. Oh, come on, Desperation. No removal. No removal. No removal. Yes, nothing. Come on. Nocturnus. Are we doing it? Do we get him? Oh, Nocturnus is so good. Come on. And we got the GGs. Taking down Death Shadow. Nocturnus. Dusk Legion Zealot. Wow. Attack. I mean, hopefully that was a truthful GG. Opponent cracks to 4. Uh-oh. Steam Vents. Down to 2. Tamer Battle Rage our Dusk Legion Zealot. And we got him. Oh, man. Vampires. Mardu Vampires. Deck has been pretty impressive. Surprisingly impressive. Sweet. Alright, Budget Magic time. Playing some Mardu Vampires in Modern. Little land heavy, but we'll give this a go. 1-drop, Lightning Bolt Lord. So, Foreboding Ruins, get down, Lacerator. Pass the turn. Opponent, Blood Crypt, untapped. And passes. Maybe? Passes. Alright, we take 1. I'll go to combat, get in with Lacerator. I'm assuming our opponent's killing this. Yep, there's Lightning Bolt. Play a Swamp. Ship the turn. Well, we got Lords for next turn. Legion Loyalist. Interesting. I guess we take it for now. Down to 18. Opponent passes. We'll play a Plains. Run out Stromkirk Captain. Ship the turn. Is this like red-black 8-whack? Perhaps. Red-black goblins. Foundry Street Denizen. Opponent. Well, the classic matchup. Goblins versus vampires. Get in with Stromkirk, Captain. Pass the turn. Leave up our lightning bolt. Wooded foothills. Opponent cracks. Gets a mountain. Loyalist. Pumps Foundry Street. Opponent. Tags with everything. Sure. Well, kill a loyalist. Alright, opponent's got a bolt. We also have a bolt. Terminate. Well, play Stromkirk, Captain. Get in for 3. Play Chapel. Pass the turn. Love to find some card draw. That would be sweet. Opponent should be getting low on removal. Well, they're drawing their lands. Arid Mesa cracks it. Gets a mountain. Down to 10. And there's a chieftain. Sure. No attacks. Gifted Aetherborn's not bad at all. So go attacking. Hit our opponent. Down to 4. Play Aetherborn. Pass the turn. Leave up our Terminate. And I think we're in pretty good shape. Feeling pretty confident about where we're at somehow. Opponent. Mog War Marshal. Okay. Yup. And Goblin Grenade. Alright, we'll see. I think we let our opponent attack. Alright, so we take 6. Down to 10. Terminate a token. Untap. Play Dusk Legion Zealot. Removal, please. Play Lacerator. Go attacking. Hit our opponent to 1. And say, opponent, can you kill us? They need a pile driver. I don't think Bushwhacker kills us, unless they have something to go with it. Opponent. Tax with everything. Yup. So we block. I mean, I guess they could have another Goblin Grenade. Block and block. Down to 3. Do they really just have the mono burn hand? They do not. Oh, man. They tried to pump fake us out, but they didn't have it. All right. All right. All right. Wow. They used so much burn, it felt like it was unlikely that they'd have more, but you never know. So bring in Pyroclasm, bring in Doomblade. Go down. What do we go down? Maybe a couple Lacerators. And what's our last cut? Yeah, let's cut 3 Lacerators. Let's try it like that. Whew, that was a close one. Okay. This hand's pretty good. Hopefully we draw just like a swamp to play an untap land would be nice. Cutthroat. Well, Foreboding Ruin tapped. Pass the turn. The beauty of budget mana. Mountain for our opponent. And... Alright, we lose a Lightning Bolt. Interesting. Target player reveals 2 cards at random from his or hand, discards each non-land card revealed that way. We did want the Lightning Bolt. We'll play Caves, play Cutthroat, play Cutthroat, pass the turn. We got a little lucky that they hit the land in the bolt when we only had 1 land in our hand. Could have been a Hymn to Turak there. Should have been, probably. Odds in favor of a Hymn to Turak. Opponent. Going again. Gets 2 cards this time. And they are all about the discard for some reason. Blood Crypt. Tapped. Well, play Legion Lieutenant. Play Shambling Vet. Get in 4/4. Gain 4. This is an interesting sideboard plan. I don't know if it's a good one or not. Interesting, though. They did hit 2 removal spells and our Legion's Lieutenant. Well, they have 3 of these? Is this another one? Alright, Collective Brutality. Oh, play Gifted Aetherborn. Go attacking. Pass the turn. Opponent's playing like a control deck. Opponent passes. Oh, play a Swamp. Fire up Shambling Vent. Go attacking. Vampire Nocturnus would be a pretty wonderful draw. Wow, opponent had a free block with the War Marshal, but didn't take it. Interesting. I assume they're not paying Echo. Oh, okay. Well, opponent just must have nothing going on. Okay, that's what they were trying to set up. Fine. Blood Crypt tapped. I feel like we're in decent shape. We're at 27. We're like a Nocturnus away from just absolutely crushing our opponent. Land. Well, fire up Shambling Vent. Go attacking. Opponent takes it. Play Dragon Skull Summit. Pass the turn. Could use a Lord. Opponent. Chieftain. Yep. Are we racing? Now our opponent can't block the cutthroats, though. Gets in. Does not get in. Opponent passes. Well, I think we actually want to attack before playing the Lord. Skulk in for 2. Now we'll play the Lord. And pass the turn. Oh, come on, lightning bolts. We're so close. Goblin Guide. Yep. Well, that'll help make sure that we're not drawing lands, hopefully. Captivating Vampire on top. Ooh, boy. All right. That is close to being a thing. Down to 27. Opponent passes. Play Captivating Vampire. And let's just pass. I think it's a little too easy to get blown out by attacking, so I'd rather play defense. Come on, no removal. Man, if we get to the point where we get to start stealing creatures. Here's removal. Opponent has the bolt. Yep. Well, hopefully they don't have another removal spell. It would be pretty sad to lose from here. We are so far ahead. Opponent's thinking. Jeez, Collective Brutality. Discarding a land. Plays a Bushwhacker. Alright, opponent gets in a huge attack. Let's see what's on top. Vampire Nocturnus. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Out of cards. We drop to 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I think we take it. Down to 9. Untap. Draw Nocturnus. Come on, black card on the top. It's a black card. Hit our opponent to 2. Go back up to 15. And I feel like we're in pretty good shape because if our opponent... How can they kill us? If our opponent kills Nocturnus, we Skulk in for lethal. They basically have to kill us this turn. The Skulk on the Cutthroat has been huge. Huge game. Oh my goodness. What are the chances? Opponent's thinking over their options, but I think we might have got there. Mardu Vampires. Opponent going to combat. Goes attacking. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We will take 7. Down to 8. Mogwar Marshal. And this should do it. Land on top, which means we Skulk in for lethal. Skulk! The greatest the mechanic has ever been in the history of Magic. Skulk is so bad, but it just won us that game. Sweet. Sweet. Oh, Skulk. All right, budget Magic time. Playing some Mardu Vampires in Modern, and this hand looks reasonable. That's an Eldrazi Temple, which makes me sad, but we have 1-drop Lord. Whew. Okay, we're gonna have some big vampires if we don't get Thought Knotted into oblivion. Lacerator, go. Wow. Triple Lord hand. Opponent. Not another temple. No. Oh, it's colorless Eldrazi. Eternal Scourge. Oh, they exile. I see. They Serum Powdered. Exiled 3 Matter Reshapers. Oh, we don't got to worry about them. We lose a life. Play the Plains. Play Legion Lieutenant. Pass the turn. No attacks. Opponent. Scavenger Grounds. Opponent getting in. Well, we're going to take it. Down to 16. Yep. Simian Spirit Guide. Chalice on 2. That's pretty fine with us. I mean, it stops our Terminate, which I guess is bad. But it does not stop our Lords. And it does stop our Dusk Legion Zealot. We'll play Stormkirk Captain. Go attacking. Hit our opponent for 7. Is this just working? I'm going to wish that we could cast our Terminate, that's for sure. Hopefully our opponent does not have Thought Knot to take our Stormkirk Captain. Really want the Last Lord. Last Lord would be so good. Oh, come on. Come on, opponent. No Thought Knots. Seems like they would have played it last turn if they could have. Opponent's passing? Okay. Well, we lose a life. No 2-drops. Ooh, Nocturnus. Well, play Stormkirk Captain. Play Shambling Vent. Go attacking. What does our... Oh, Dismember. All right, Dismember's a Lord. Okay. Double Dismember would be a little annoying. Fires up a Blink Moth. Sure. Blocks. Okay. And blocks. Okay. Well, kill Scourge. Pass the turn. Are we just Outlording Colorless Eldrazi. And our opponent scoops it up! Wow! Wow, wow, wow. Okay. That was pretty impressive of our deck. I mean, our opponent's hand was not insanely good, but that was still pretty impressive. Just play all the lords, win the game. Alright, so go up the Doomblade. Maybe go up Oblivion Rings. Go down a couple Lightning Bolts and a... And let's go down a Cutthroat. Oblivion Ring's a good answer if we need to two-way Chalice of the Void. Yeah, let's try it like this. Seems reasonable-ish. Tapland Central. Well, we're gonna keep it. There's Eldrazi Temple. Everyone's favorite land. There's a basic land. That's good. So, Foreboding Ruins, reveal the swamp, play Lacerator, pass the turn. Mutavault. And Eternal Scourge. Yup. Opponent passes. Well, take one. Let's Foreboding Ruins, reveal the swamp. Let's play Gifted Aetherborn. Pass the turn. If we get enough vampires, Captivating Vampire seems pretty insane against Eldrazi. Mutavault. Opponent. Getting in. Well, we're going to take it. Down to 16. Yep. And there's the Thought-Knot Seer. Well, I'm assuming this just takes our... Well, I don't know. You would think Terminate, but Captivating Vampire makes some amount of sense as well. Alright, takes a Terminate. We take one from Lacerator. Play the Swamp. And I think we're just going to pass. We want to be able to block Thought-Knot with Lacerator and Bolt it to kill it. Whew! More Eldrazi Temples. Another Thought-Knot. Well, okay. Yeah, this hand's pretty insane for our opponent. We're probably going to lose now. Takes Captivating Vampire. Opponent goes attacking. Well, I guess we trade with Gifted Aetherborn. Could use, like, our Terminate, maybe? Lose a life. Play Dragon Skull Summit, pass the turn. Yeah, looking grim. Looking super ultra grim to the max. Double Thought-Knot, pretty good, along with double Eldrazi Temple. There's Reality Smasher. Wow! The greatest Eldrazi draw in the history of mankind. Yeah, fair enough. Well, that's the Eldrazi Nutter Butters right there. Okay, run it back. We're on the play this game, which is good. And our opponent can't always have that good of a draw. Alright, we're on the play. Well, we're going to keep this. It's slightly obnoxious. So many tap lands. Our deck really wants one basic land to unlock all these tap lands. That's what we're missing at the moment. Opponent's going to start with some free manas. Well, they got to exile a card. That's something. A slight something. Exiles Eternal Scourge. So not really something. It's a combo, we would say, in the biz. Indulgent Aristocrat, pass the turn. Opponent. Blinkmoth Nexus. And Chalice on one. Come on, basic land! Basic land to unlock our mana would be so super helpful. It is not a basic land. Well, play Foreboding Ruins. Get in for one. Ugh, so close to being good. Well, it's a budget deck. That's the price you pay. And now our opponent can potentially Thought-Knot us. Seagate Wreckage. Mana Reshaper. Opponent passing. There's our basic land. So I think we want to play the Swamp and play our Captivating Vampire. And pass the turn. I think our long-term game plan is to get 5 vampires on the battlefield. If we don't get Thought-Knotted, we can double Dusk Legion Zealot, which puts us pretty close. We're definitely not blocking here. Opponent gets in, yep. We're going to take it. Down to 17. Do they have land Thought-Knot? If not, they're probably just playing Eternal Scourge, and that's not the end of the world. Alright, there's Eternal Scourge. Opponent passes. Foreboding Ruins. So I think the plan is Captivating Vampire. Foreboding Ruins. Pass the turn. Hope our opponent whiffs on land for Thought-Knot, and next turn we can Dusk Legion, steal our opponent's stuff. And then we're in business. No land. No land! Come on, Captivating Vampires. Yes, we'll take the beats. Also, I guess Dismember could get our opponent out of it. Opponent hits us, down to 11. Yup. Come on, nothing. Dismembers Indulgent Aristocrat. Okay. Interesting. Well, play Dusk Legion Zealot. Draw a card, lose a life. Play Isolated Chapel. Play Legion Lieutenant. And I guess we go attacking. Opponent's just dismember central over there. Down to 10. Opponent. Serum powder. Okay. That's good. Oh, we got a shot. We need to draw something. Opponent's going to get in. Well, we will take it. Come on. Come on, Vampire. Vampire for the stealage. I guess they could have third dismember. Swamp. So play Dusk Legion Zealot. Come on. Any Vampire. Any Vampire. Oh my god, deck. You gotta be joking. You gotta be joking, deck! Oh, deck! Deck! Play the land, pass the turd. Oh my god. Oh, now I'm so sad. Oh, land. Oh, we had it on lockdown too, and our deck just betrayed us. Well, we're gonna take 3. Yep. Down to 3. Betrayed. Eternal Scourge. Oh, play Dusk Legion Zealot. Down to 2. Draw a card. Play Dusk Legion Zealot. Down to 1. Draw a card. No more Dusk Legion Zealots, please. Ooh. Play Legion's Lieutenant. Attack, lose. Play the land. I think we just gotta pass. And try to win next turn. Are we gonna pull this off at 1 life? Ghost Quarter. Technically, Blink Moth is covered by us stealing it. Are we gonna win? All 4 Dusk Legion Zealots at 1 life over Colorless Eldrazi? Wow, we're seeing the Rivals of Ixalan vampires come through for us. Oh, wow. What do they got? Fires up Blink Moth. Yup. Opponent goes attacking. Well, steal. Opponent passes. Swamp. Block. I mean, if our opponent had removal, they would have used it, right? I think we just all-out attack. I mean, if they had removal, they kill us. They just kill Captivating Vampire and they win. Yeah, I mean, let's say they dismember a Lord. Block. Yeah. Oh my god! Okay, we'll pass the turn. And our opponent scoops it up. Well, we were meaning to attack and kill our opponent there, but stealing stuff is cool too. We still got the win. Yeah, sweet. Don't yell at me. Alright, Budget Magic time. Playing some Mardu Vampires in Modern. And, alright, sure, that's fine-ish. 1 drops, Lord, Raging Ravine for our opponent. I think we're going to play it safe and Lava Claw reaches. We're giving up potential damage, but I really don't want to get got by a Dark Confidant. Oh, not even... Oh, it's Teamer. Okay. Teamer and a Tarmogoyf. Well, I don't want to get got by that either. So let's Bolt a Goyf, play a Swamp, and play a Vampire Lacerator. Pass the turn. Opponent's probably playing like Teamer Moon? Another Goyf. Well, get ready for the standoff. Also, hopefully we draw our basics. Opponent passes. We take 1. We'll play Isolated Chapel. Play Legion Lieutenant. Play Cutthroat. And pass the turn. Playing the Legion Lieutenant first makes sense because we can Strong Kirk Captain through a Blood Moon. We can't necessarily Legion's Lieutenant through a Blood Moon. Opponent getting in. Well, we'll take it. Down to 15. See what the follow-up is. Another Goyf. And bolts the Lord. Well, we take 1. Play Caves of Koilos. And we're going to spin the wheel. Let's see if we got a black card on top. Nocturnus. That's a black card. Alright, we'll go attacking. Hit our opponent for a bunch. Down to 10. Also gained some life along the way. And pass the turn. Boy, if we have another black card on top, I think we just win next turn. If we don't, things will be a little sketchier. Down to 9. Ooze. Come on, black card. Black card for the win. Take 0. Another black card on top. And just to make doubly sure, let's run out Strong Kirk Captain. And our opponent scoops it up. Nocturnus is the great equalizer. I swear to God, it is the great equalizer. Opponents play Goyfs and all this expensive stuff. We play Nocturnus, we just win. It's that simple. It's that easy. Man, This deck is good. Like, our mana base is not good, but we are really competing and beating good decks with these vampires. Somehow. In large part because Vampire Nocturnus is just so insane. Also, the new cards definitely help. Dusk Legion, Zealot, Legion Lieutenant. Big additions. Do we change anything? Let's go down one Cutthroat for one Doomblade. Run it like that. Okay. That sounds actually fine. Only 2 vampires, but we got removal to deal with early Tarmogoyfs and whatnot, so we'll keep. Misty Rainforest for our opponent. Well, Foreboding Ruins, reveal a swamp, play Lacerator, and pass the turn. Opponent cracks. Steam Vents tapped. Yup. Wooded Foothills. Opponent passes. Well, hopefully we stop drawing swamps and lands. Play a swamp, get in with Lacerator, and pass the turn. Leave up all of our removal. Opponent cracks. Breeding Pool tapped. Maybe they're not playing Blood Moon. Maybe they're just like Temur mid-range. They're fetching out a lot of non-basics for being a Blood Moon deck. Alright, Kitchen Finks, slightly obnoxious. Oh, play a swamp. Play Dusk Legion Zealot. Oh, there's Nocturnus. Pass the turn. Never mind seeing a Nocturnus. It's always a good day when there's a Nocturnus. Opponent cracks. Here comes Bloodbraid Elf. They still might be playing Blood Moon. Oh, it's Jace? Ugh, good God. Opponent brainstorms. Okay. Well, we're going to have to bolt this Jace. It's too risky not to. So, Lightning Bolt, Jace. Untap. Play Dragon Skull Summit. Come on, black card on top. Nocturnus. Ugh, not a black card. Well, pass the turn. That's slightly disappointing. Opens up Nocturnus to Lightning Bolt. Opponent cracks. I guess it can't always be awesome in Nocturnus land. Yep, there's the bolt. Certain Visions for our opponent. Boo! Nocturnus, you failed us! Noble Hierarch. And Certain Visions. Opponent's just casting it all. And we know we're drawing a pretty bad land next turn. Opponent. Passing. Oh, we take one. Play Isolated Chapel. Play Captivating Vampire. Pass the turn. So I think our best draw here, well, we'll see what our opponent does. But something like Dusk Legion Zealot into Vampire to turn on Captivating Vampire, that could be pretty sweet. Courser, land on top, plays a land. Yep. Lightning Bolt on top. Well, let's kill Courser. Come on, Dusk Legion Zealot. Lose a life. That's not a Dusk Legion Zealot. Play Shambling Vent. I guess we go attacking. I'm not happy about where we're at. Opponent blocks. We kill half of Finks. Opponent gets back half of Finks. Pass the turn. Yeah, not in the greatest of shapes. Another Jace. Opponent brainstorms. Well, Lightning Bolt. Jace. We've worked our way through 2 Jaces. That's something. I mean, I think that shows the power of our deck. I don't know if we're going to win this game, but the fact that we fought through 2 Jaces is pretty impressive. Opponent hits us down to 11 and passes. More bolts. Well, fire up Shambling Vent. Go attacking. Unfortunately, we keep having to spend our bolts on Jace. Opponent kills Shambling Vent. Well, pass the turn. Opponent cracks. Shuffling away the cards they don't want. What do you got, opponent? Snapcaster at some point is going to be disastrous. Opponent hits us. Down to 8. Opponent passes. I'll play Legion Lieutenant. Go to combat. Attack, attack. Opponent dismembers. Okay. And Kozilek's return. Yep. Come on, deck. Come on, deck. Noble Hierarch. Opponent passing. Well, pass the turn. No threats. No threats. Opponent gonna get in for 1. We do need a creature at some point if we're gonna close out this game. Down to 7. Opponent passes. Play Captivating Vampire. Pass the turn. Opponent kills Captivating Vampire. Gets in with Hierarch. Down to 6. Yeah, we'll die to Bolt Snap Bolt. Tireless Tracker. There's a land. Well, let's terminate. So opponent gets a redraw. Oh no. Play Dragon Skull Summit. That's the turn that we really needed a big threat. Opponents just had so much removal this game. And they brainstorm with Jace multiple times. We don't have Jaces or brainstorms. Down to 5. Opponent passes. Pass the turn. We're drawing the removal part of our deck. Opponent gets in with Hierarch. Not drawing the threat part of our deck. Man, if we didn't have to spend those lightning bolts on Jaces, it shows you the power of Jace. Then we would have won by now. Dragon Skull Summit, go. Yeah, this is not good. Too many lands, too many lands. Opponent. Well, I guess we got a Lightning Bolt, Noble Hierarch. Birds of Paradise. Opponent passes. Well, now we're going to put ourselves in bolt range anyway. Dusk Legion Zealot. Play the plains, pass the turn. Oh man, we were so close. Snapcaster, Bolt. Well, Tarmogoyf is big. We can kill it. Come on, deck. Well, play Nocturnus. Black card on top. Get in with Dusk Legion Zealot. Electrolyze. Oh my goodness! No! No! Raging Ravine. And opponent top decked it. Yup. Wow. Wow, we had a lot of turds to win that game. Lots and lots and lots of turns. Opponent brought in a lot of removal spells. Maybe we're supposed to be bringing in Duresses? They had just so much removal. Really absurd amounts of removal. Maybe we go back down the Doomblade, go up the Duresses, go down Indulgent Aristocrat and the Cutthroat, and try it like that. Oh, come on, we need this win. Oh, Jace is a pretty good Magic card. Alright, we get to play first. Okay, I mean, we got a Vampire Curve. Swamp, go. We'll see if it survives our opponent's endless removal. Island, and Certain Visions. Getting stuff set up for the future. Opponent passes. Oh, play Chapel. Play Dusk Legion Zealot. Draw a card. Duress is actually pretty helpful. 4 is for our opponent. And Noble Hierarch. Well, play Isolated Chapel. Duress. Oh, good golly. Explosives, Bolt, Dismember, and Snapcaster, and Tarmogoyf. I guess we take the Bolt, play Legion Lieutenant. I don't know if we can beat this hand. So much value. Get in with Dusk Legion Zealot. That is a pretty great hand. I wouldn't be surprised if our opponent just played and cracked Engineered Explosives here. And then they could just clean up the rest of our stuff. Yeah. Clean up the rest of our stuff with their Snapcasters. Opponent passes. We'll go to combat. Attack, attack. Yep. There goes our board. Play Caves. Play Nocturnus. Hope there's a black card on top. Alright. At least this makes our opponent dismember instead of bolding. There's dismember. The bad news is we don't actually have red mana. So we can't... Oh, and a Sphinx. Oh, that's a good draw. Gee whiz. Yeah. Well, this feels like a really hard matchup. Opponent, gonna get in with the Sphinx. And yeah, this one's just kind of slipped away. We could have survived a couple pieces of disruption, but opponent just had a Wrath. Oh my... Ah, you gotta be joking! Oh no! Oh my god almighty! Oh, holy running. Dusk Legion Zealot. Yeah, this one is over. We know they still have Snapcaster in hand, so they can bolt our Lord, and yeah, that just does it. Well, This feels like a tricky matchup, but we won game 1, and we almost won game through 2 through double Jaces, and then this game, our opponent just had the God draw. Like, their hand, if they could have chosen their starting 7, it probably would have been their starting 7. And then they topped that off by top decking Finks into Scavenging Ooze. So, yeah. Fair enough. I guess you can't win them all with budget Mardu vampires. Only most. So what do we learn this week about Mardu vampires in Modern? And the deck was actually surprisingly good. So we ended up going 4-1 in our matches. And not only did we go 4-1, we beat a lot of top tier decks. We beat Colorless Eldrazi, we beat Affinity, we beat Grixis Death Shadow. So somehow the vampires were able to compete with pretty much all of the best decks in the format. And I was actually really happy in general with the non-land cards in the main deck. The Lords were good. The new Ixalan cards were very strong. Having a 2-mana Lord is a huge addition to the deck, makes the deck a lot more powerful. Dusk Legion Zealot doesn't look like much, but it is actually very, very strong. And then Vampire Nocturnus was just absolutely absurd. That was the card that won us so many of our games. Vampire Nocturnus, it's really good when we're ahead. We play it and we just kill our opponent right away. And it's also like our jank out the game card when we're behind, because as long as we have 2 or 3 vampires on the battlefield, we're usually like one lucky Vampire Nocturnus top deck away from just killing our opponent out of the blue and just ending the game, even games that we probably shouldn't win. So Vampire Nocturnus really impressive. The Ixalan card's really impressive. The redundancy of the Lords is really helpful. We just always had Lords on the battlefield. We got some captivating vampire value at some points. The one big problem with the budget build of the deck is the mana base is pretty clunky, and we definitely had some having to play off curve, playing tap lands, causing ourselves a lot of pain with our Caves of Koilos type draws. So that's the biggest thing to improve in the deck. I think if you want to see the non-budget build, I have a non-budget build in the article. You can follow the link in the description and check it out. But the non-land cards in the main deck hardly even change. The big changes are just upgrading the mana base and then the sideboard. So that's where to start. The other thing to mention about upgrading the mana base is if you can play the fetch land for shockland type mana base, that also really improves our Vampire Nocturnuses as well, because we can kind of do the like value town trick where since we get to see the top card of our library, we can use fetches as this weird sort of card advantage to shuffle away cards that we don't want, or just shuffle to try to get a black card on top of our deck to turn Vampire Nocturnus into insane Lord mode to close out the game. So that's a big thing to do as far as upgrading. Otherwise, the deck was really solid. We went 4-1. We beat a lot of really legitimate modern decks. So it feels like the Ixalan additions to the deck and splashing into additional colors is the way to go for vampires. And I could imagine a non-budget version of this deck actually being pretty good and pretty successful, because the budget version was pretty good and pretty successful, and we were fighting our own mana base in a lot of the games. If you're not fighting your own mana base, it feels like this deck could be pretty solid. So anyway, that's been our budget Magic deck for this week. Mardu Vampires for Modern. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will talk to you soon. Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, help us out by clicking that like button down below. And to keep up on all the latest and greatest, click that subscribe button. And don't forget to hit that bell icon to get alerts whenever we have new videos. And if you want to, check out some of our other sweet videos here and here.